Hi, welcome to American Dream Vacation. I'm Virgil, and I'll be doing the orientation on Unit 1835. First, we're going to start off over here at your entryway. Down here, you have several switches. You have a button that does your power awning. You have a button that does the outside porch light, and then you have another button that does the lights overhead. Okay. This is your battery disconnect. This should stay in the on position because you need the batteries to power the lights and different things like that. If you switch this up to off, you're going to kill all the 12-volt power inside the RV. So basically leave those on. Inside here is your breaker box. You push it in the center and it kind of pops open for you. And inside of here are all your breakers and all the fuses, and they're all labeled as to what they are. This big vent right here is for your furnace. That puts your heat out there, and then your air conditioning is all overhead. You also have a fire extinguisher right over here mounted in case you need that. And this is your monitor panel here. This one that says tank heaters, you really would only use that. That heats up your black tank and your freshwater tank and your gray tank. Of course, you only need that if you're somewhere up north where it's really cold. Over here is for your hot water heater. When you turn it on, that's propane. It lights itself, and if you listen, maybe you could even hear the hot water heater keep warming up right now. But anyway, when this light is on, that means your hot water heater is going. Okay, I'm going to shut that off. That switch is for your water pump. When you turn that switch on, basically you are going to be pumping water from your onboard freshwater tank. You'll be pumping water to the sinks, to the showers, and to the toilet, and so forth. If you have a hose hooked up to the side of the motorhome, you won't need to turn that pump on because you won't be using the water that's in your tank. You'll be using forced water from outside. And then this button over here where it says generator, it says start and stop, and then you got the prime. The generator is carbureted, so you do have to prime this before you try to start it. So you just push the prime and you hold it, and then it primes itself, and then you come up here and you push the start and you hold the button down until she starts up. So let's give it a shot. If it doesn't start the first time, you don't hold it too long. You prime it again. So you push the prime button and you hold it, and then you'll see the blue light come on, and then you just come up here and try it again. There you go. That's your generator. So once you start up your generator, there's usually about a 10 to 15 second delay before the power is transferred from the generator to inside the coach. That's how that generator works. And to stop it, you just push stop. But if you are using the generator and you have electrical components, appliances going, you want to shut all those off before you turn the generator off. So air conditioning, TV, shut those things off, and then you just push stop and you hold it, and that shuts off your generator. Okay? All right. Over here, you have your monitor panel also here. This does the propane. If you push and you hold it, it'll show from empty to full, and you got 2/3 of propane. You push the battery button, and it shows you have a fully charged house battery, and your fresh water is at 1/3, and your black water is empty, and your gray tank's empty, and your auxiliary battery, or your auxiliary tank is empty, I'm sorry. That's what that'll show you. And as you start to fill those things up, of course, they will go up as you push the number there. Push the button to see what your status is. You have an extender for the counter, and you have an electrical outlet here. On the refrigerator, the way you open it says you have to push this little thing that says push, and you open it up. And the refrigerator takes normally 6 to 7 hours before it reaches its maximum operating temperature. The way you turn the refrigerator on, you basically come up here and you have an on and off button. You depress the on button, and then it'll switch to automatic. And really, this is the only way you should run this refrigerator. Leave it on automatic, and that way it automatically knows what source to run off of. Right now we're plugged into electricity, so it's running on electricity. If I unplug it, it's going to switch automatically to propane. Okay? So, and it starts from the top down. So when you feel inside the freezer, if you touch the bottom of the freezer and you feel it getting cold, that tells you that your refrigerator is working like it's supposed to. It's a good idea to try to put food in the refrigerator that's already cold, because the way the refrigerator works, it takes the heat out of whatever you're putting in there. So if it's already cold, it's going to take that much less time for the refrigerator to meet its maximum operating temperature. Okay? So over here, we have a couple of things here. Down here, we have a propane detector. It sniffs out propane. Propane smells like rotten eggs. You can see the green light on, so it's all clear. If a red light comes on and this thing starts to beep, then you know that it's maybe detected some propane or it's detected some other kind of smell in here that it's not sure of. So it's going to alarm. And basically, if you know you don't have a propane problem, then you just come over here and push the reset button, which is right over here. You push that button and that'll reset it. Also, if your house battery starts to die, this is going to start alarming to tell you that your battery is dying. So you need to do something to recharge your house battery. You have two batteries. You have one for the truck and then you have one for the RV. All these things inside of here run off the RV battery, not the truck battery. So when you got your lights on, then you're running your battery down. So you need to do something to recharge your battery. Over here you've got your thermostat, and this does the heat as well as the air conditioner. So in order to make this work, you hit this middle button and that'll put it on the fan. If you just want the fan to blow some air around, that's fine. If you want air conditioning, you push it to where it says cool, and then you raise or lower the temperature, and then it'll kick on momentarily. If you want to heat, there you go. The air conditioner just kicked on. And your air conditioning vents are all situated in the ceiling. And you also have, at your return air vent, you can open this up, and this will send more air out right here in the kitchen. Okay? Or you close it off, and then it sends more air through the ceilings, through to all the ducted vents. To shut this off, or to go to heat, you just push it again on furnace, and then you adjust the temperature, and then the heater will kick on. To turn it off, you push it all the way down until it goes to that position there, and then it'll shut itself off. Then you've got switches over here for the lights, overhead, and then this is for the shower. Okay, so let's go take a look in the bathroom here. In the bathroom you have a couple of different things. You have a switch on the wall here that turns on your light, and then we always give you 4 rolls of toilet tissue and 2 bottles of chemicals. And the way the toilet works is some toilets have a lever that you use with your hand, and some have a foot pedal. And this one is a foot pedal. So if you step on the pedal just a little bit, it's going to put water in the bowl. So before you start to use the restroom though, you want to put some chemicals in there. So you grab one of these bottles, put some water in the bowl, and pour about half of this bottle directly into the water, and then you would just go ahead and step on the pedal all the way down to the floor, and then that will flush the toilet. You only want to use use the toilet tissue that we provided for you because it's designed for RVs, and it will break down, and it just works a lot better. The tissue from home is too thick, and it will clog the electrodes that are inside the tank when you flush the tissue down into the tank. And you only want to put toilet tissue in there. Nothing else will go in there other than waste. Okay? And then you have some storage around here, and then you have a GFI breaker, which is right here, just like in your home there. And you also have that vent down in there for the heat. Okay? And across from the toilet is your shower. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, the left is hot and the right's cold. Your hot water heater, we talked about that earlier at the monitor panel. When you first turn on your hot water heater, it's a 6-gallon hot water heater, and it takes about 20 minutes before you have hot water. The minute you start using the hot water, more water is automatically drawn into the heater, thus heating it up again. But you have a 20-minute interval in between each shower, if you will, so you can just kind of do the math on that. But 6 gallons, about a 3-minute shower, and then you need to heat up more water. Okay, coming back here to the bedroom here, you've got your shades all around for privacy. You've got your windows, they slide here, and this back window here is probably, like I thought, your emergency exit. If you see the red handles there at the window, you would flip those in, and then that opens up, and then you would crawl out. That window will swing out, and then you crawl out in case of emergency to evacuate the RV here. And then you got your heating vents there, and behind us on this wall here, you got another television. Of course, this TV will not pick up reception when you're driving down the road. You only could probably watch DVDs on it or something to that nature. But that's pretty much what it is. But You do have a slot on the left side of this TV where you can put DVDs in, but you do have to have the generator running or be plugged into electricity in order to make these TVs work inside the RV. Okay? At your stove here, you got an outlet there, and the way this stove works, it runs off propane. You decide which eye you want to use, and then you do the sparker, and you just do that, and that turns on your burner there. That's how your stove works. The oven is a little different. You actually have to light the oven. So what you do is you have to have a little butane lighter, and you go all the way down underneath there, and there's two little stems. Don't know if you can see those, but you turn the pilot over here for the oven. You turn to pilot on. You light the stem, and once it's lit, the button comes up, and then you turn it to whatever setting you want your oven to be set at. And that's how the oven would work. So you do have to light it manually. And then you got storage and so forth around here. Also on the stove here, you got a light, and you've got an exhaust vent here. And the microwave is pretty self-explanatory there. Okay. Your hot and cold water there, your faucet there. And right now we're running off the pump. So if you hear that little humming sound, that's the pump pumping water. And then you have storage all around. This dinette will make into a sleeper. It'll make it to a twin size bed if you needed to do that. So what you would do is you would remove all four cushions, just take them out of the way. They're kind of velcroed down. And then you grab this table and you keep wiggling, and the table is going to come off of these two poles in the floor. Once you take the table up, you pull the poles up out of the floor and lay them down on the floor on the sides. This table will drop down, and it's going to sit right here on this little ledge there. It'll fill in that opening there, and then you lay all the cushions flat. That's how this makes it to a bed. Okay. The sofa will convert into a bed as well. But before I do that, let's talk about this bed up here. This is a double bed up top here, and this ladder is designed for you to be able to climb up in there and get into that bed. What you see here is just a little safety net here for smaller kids. This will keep them from rolling out of the bed, falling out of the bed. You don't have to use that, but it's there if you want to. And then you got your TV, and on that TV there, you're able to pivot it around like you see. There's two little knobs over there, and you have to unloosen the knobs, and then the TV will move back and forth. So if you like it in this position, you want to keep it there when you're traveling, watch movies on the DVD player, you put it in that position and you lock those knobs so it won't be swinging back and forth. And this ladder is designed to be carried up top here. So to get this out of the way, basically what you would do is you would move your TV back, move your ladder out of the way, and you basically just kind of lift this thing up and out of there, and it'll fit right over here, so you'll be able to get in and out of here without bumping your head on that other bed there. And then this ladder can be positioned up here on top of this, out of the way. So there you have it. That's how that would work. Okay. You have a DVD player here, and then there is a privacy curtain. You probably wonder what the privacy curtain is for. Well, basically, this is designed to be put in place. You have to have the bed in the full position to where it's into the bed, because it has these Velcro things on it, as you can see here and there. And then this has Velcro on it as well. So you would just basically drop this down, close this off of privacy, and Velcro it in so no one could see in through the front. And that's what your privacy curtain is all about. Okay. Let's talk about this sofa. To make this into a bed, make sure this seat is not reclined too far back, because it'll be in your way. But basically what you do is you grab the bottom of this, you lift up and you pull a little bit, and it lays flat, just like a little futon bed. Okay. Also, while we got this down, this is also another emergency exit out of the RV. You take those two handles and you pull them towards you, and this whole big window will swing open, and then you can crawl out that window to exit the RV if you had to in a situation like that. To put this bed away, you grab the bottom of it and the back of it, and you kind of fold it up, and it falls right back into place, just like that. Okay. This switch up here is for these lights right up in here, so you can have a little night light at night if you're there. Your TV antenna is automatically there in place, so that's what that is. Then you got your lights here. You got this crank open vent here, and if you notice when I open that up, you can see the sky. That means that you don't want to ride down the road with this vent open because the wind will be hitting that and it will break that vent cover. Also, you don't want to leave it open in case it rains, because then the rain will come right inside this coach. So make sure you close that before you take off. If in case it decides to rain, make sure it's closed. Okay. You got a smoke detector right up here, and we talked earlier about the propane detector, which is a little further back down on the floor there. Okay. That's pretty much it in here. We've covered, I believe, everything except for at the driver's part here. But this is just your basic Ford truck. Basically, you have tilt wheel. These are your controls for your air conditioning and so forth there. Fan. And then you have your radio here. And you have some plugs in here for plugging up your cell phones and so forth. Okay. Your lights are automatic. Like I said, tilt wheel. All the controls are here for your cruise control. You have dual airbags, and you have power windows and power door locks. Pretty self-explanatory up here. Just your basic Ford truck. This holds 58 gallons of fuel, regular unleaded. Okay? That's pretty much it up here. All right, thank you.